Hey, Buck Nation, what's up, man? It's Buck you. It's been a while, y'all. It's been a while. Man. Oh, boy, today's the day. I said I was going to make a video about my top 12 Buccaneer moments of all time for me as a fan. And it took me almost a week to make this video and get everything together because it was just so much that I wanted to put in the video. But I only kept it at 12 because Tom Brady. New to the channel, like, subscribe. Now it helps me help the channel grow. We're on our way to 400 subscribers. I mean, we're getting there, So, press the sub button, press the notification button, like, comment on the videos. And I appreciate it, Before I get started with the video, I want to give a shout out to Darth Vader. Not this Darth Vader, but this Darth Vader, who just dropped this new single, Wow. I listened to it, and he got something going. You know what I mean? He got a fan over here. So just, links will be in the description of the video. Just watch, click on it, watch the video, support, and let's get it from there. So, guys, I've been a Buccaneers fan since the days of the Work Done, Trent Difford days, right? And it's been some rough years, So these are all my moments that I feel, and I personally watched these moments, and they did something to me that just made me love the Tampa Bay Buccaneers even more. So we're gonna start off with number 12. Andrew Adams, 3 interception game against the Panthers. So Andrew Adams, who you guys didn't know, was with the Giants. And then he, got cut by the Giants and went to the Buccaneers, and he was kind of like a second string safety. And then when, who was the safety? I forgot who, but I forgot who the safety was. I forgot the safety was, but at the time. And then we had Jordan Whitehead on the team at the time, too. This is in 2018. So we had Jordan Whitehead on the team at the time. But Adams got the starting job against the Panthers, and we played against Cam Newton. Now, before I go into the details of this game, this was Cam Newton, MVP Cam Newton, 3 years removed from MVP Cam Newton. He was still in his prime at this time. He was still 3,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, Cam Newton. So, but, Andrew Adams picked off Cam Newton 3 times. I felt this was such a big moment for us because I thought we found our safety. I mean, you get 3 interceptions in one game. Now, most of the passes was batted passes, and he was there at the right spot to get them, but he still 3 interceptions. And I thought we had a star. You know what I mean? But we did it. It didn't work out too much, But, hey, he did get 3 interceptions in one game, so kudos to him. And good for him. Number 11. Number 11 has to be one of my favorite moments in NFL history. We was a Super Bowl contending team at the time. Let me give you some back history to the number 11. So 2019, we had James Winston. He threw 5,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. We got rid of him. We got the GOAT, Tom Brady. And he brought some friends, AB, Antonio Brown, Leonard Fournette, Rob Gronk, etc., etc. Playing against Chiefs, Tyreek Brown for 207 yards in the first quarter. And he does his patented peace sign. Cool. Now, Antoine Winfield Jr. was an up-and-coming star. He is now. But at the time, he was somebody with potential, who was going to be the leader of that defense. Now, he took it so personal. It carried all the way to the Super Bowl when we met again. And it wasn't pretty. 31-9. MVP, former MVP, Pat Mahomes couldn't score. Tyreek Hill was shut down. We just destroyed Kansas City. Like, they was not ready. They tried to make this young gold versus old gold and all this stuff. Pat Mahomes was not. He wasn't ready for that young defense. We was young and hungry. So, at by the end of the fourth, going to the end of the game, fourth quarter, Kansas City was just desperate. Pat Mahomes throwing balls parallel to the ground over his head. between his butt crack, he just trying to get the ball out. He trying to make something happen, some kind of spark of life. And he threw it to Tyreek, and Antoine Winfield Jr. was there to bat it down. And Antoine Winfield got up, looked at him, swatted, looked at him, peace, held it, backed up, and gone. Of course, the announcers got in their feelings that, while kicking him when he's down, shut up, all right? He did it first. We don't say nothing when Tyreek do it, but now you get on us about it, shut up, all right? Antoine Winfield, and I feel like that's us showing that you're not going to talk to us, like, you're not going to come at us like that. We kept that same energy throughout. You couldn't keep the same energy, Tyreek. You couldn't keep the same energy, Tyreek, because you got your feelings. And now you learn your lesson. Don't talk to us like that, because we was ready for that smoke. And I just felt that I just made me just love Antoine Winfield Jr. And he became a Pro Bowler for the first time last year. So we got a star in our team. So that's our number 11 biggest moment in Tampa Bay history. Number 10, I would have to say Ernest Graham. Yeah, I remember Ernest Graham. He started as a running back, but he became a fullback. So when I was in high school, this is when I remember I was just graduating, and I just went to basic training. Before I joined the Army and everything. I remember this was after we got Cadillac Williams. This wasn't the Cadillac Williams from the rookies year. This was beat down Cadillac Williams. And he was injured. Cadillac was injury prone. Man, I miss Cadillac. Anywho, and he was injury prone. So we didn't have really a run game. We had Michael Pittman, and then we had like Ward Dunn that even came back on the team, and Mike Allstott, he's more fullback. So we didn't have a consistent running game. So Ernest Graham, and this is one of those, and I don't want to say rags to riches, but this is one of those feel-good moments. Starting from the bottom, now you're here moments. Ernest Grant, I think if I remember the story, and I might be wrong, and I'm wrong, I apologize to Ernest. But I'm a recant a story that I heard when I was in high school. And this was him and his wife was in the hotel, and he only had $500 to his name, and he was playing the NFL, something like that. But I could be wrong, and he was on a roster or something like that. But I could be wrong. But I remember somebody on Sports Center or something said something. That's how I'm saying it. But Ernest Graham had 898 yards, 10 touchdowns. When he got the job, when he got the carry, when he got the chance to get opportunity, he had 898 yards and 10 touchdowns. He kept our running game alive. And the next year after that, he got a good bag, a 3-year, $10 million contract, and got a $1 million signing bonus. Ernest Graham stayed on the Buccaneers, and he got transitioned to fullback. And I always wanted him to get more carries as a running back. He was a good third and short, type of guy, you know what I mean? And I wanted him to get more. I mean, he wasn't a fast guy. He was just physical, and, he was just hard-nosed. And he just embodied the grit and grind era that we had at that moment. But, I just felt that Ernest Graham deserved more. He deserved more. And he didn't get the opportunity. So that would be my number 10, would be Ernest Graham not getting his opportunity. Number 9 will have to be the Matt Bryant kick. From 62 yards away, Matt Bryant game winner against the Eagles. Who was down 20 to 21. Who was down by 1. And it just came down to Matt Bryant kicking a 62-yard bomb. This Eagles team that we played against had the Manal, the Brian Westbrook, Brian Dawkins. They had Ronnie Brown. They had Jason Avant, Jeremiah Trotter. So they had a very, very playoff deep team. And we wasn't that team at the time, but that kick there, I thought we had another Martin Grammatical on our team. But Matt Bryant didn't stay with us for very long. He went to Atlanta, and still one of the greatest kickers in history. But for that moment, we had a kicker, and we were trying to just get to the wild card, and we needed that win, and we got it. And that was just one of those moments that another guy just come up clutch for us and made big plays. And he got the name Money Matt from us. So Matt Bryant, here's to you. Congratulations. Matt Bryant, 62-yard game winning against the Eagles in 2006. Got number 9 spot. Number 8, I would have to say number 8 would have to be the Mike Allstott run against Cleveland. Now, Mike Allstott's been famous for a lot of runs, but there was this one run that he was known as the A-Train, and that was against the Cleveland Browns. Fourth quarter, we up 17-3, and he just started from the 30 and just pounded. I remember somebody tried to take the ball from him. He kind of yanked the ball away and then just kept going, like running sideways, and then he finally got him down past midfield. And remember, Allstott, before he became fullback, he was a halfback. He was a running back before he became fullback, but he was a primary running back. But that run against Cleveland gave him the name A-Train, and just one of the top 5 Buccaneers ever. Like, this guy, and people don't talk about Allstott enough, Mike Allstott enough. But him, Rondé Barber, Derrick Brooks are true Buccaneers. There's Warren Sapp, Lynch. They was there for the dark days and they helped us, but they stayed with us. Brooks, Barber, and Allstott, and they stayed. They didn't go nowhere. And those are the 3 true Buccaneers. And Simeon Rice. But yes, but Allstott is just, you cannot think of Buccaneers. You cannot write Buccaneers history without Mike Allstott. You can't do it. He's done so much for this team. And that run against Cleveland let everybody know why he is the A-Train. And that way got him the name A-Train. And I think, now people try, and it's funny because, and it's ironically, Peyton Hillis, if you guys remember Peyton Hillis from the Cleveland Browns, who had that one season, he's on the cover of Madden, I forgot what Madden cover he's on, I don't care, but they try to compare him to Mike Allstott because he was number 40 and he was, but he was a one-hit wonder. There's only gonna be one Mike Allstott. So Mike Allstott is the number 8 top moment in Buccaneers history, their run against Cleveland. So next on the list would be the Jojo Vicious run in the NFC Championship game against the Eagles. Man, this was crazy. So Jojo Vicious just did let me back up. So in order for to get to the Super Bowl, we had to get through the Eagles. And this was the Eagles team that always beat us. They beat us even that regular season. In our Super Bowl run, they beat us. It kind of reminds me of the Saints of the 2020 when the Saints beat us in week 1 and then they beat us again later on. And then, people are like, are we going to ever beat the Saints? It's kind of like going back to 2002 with the Eagles. They beat us, and then on the ride home, on the bus ride home, John Gruden told Warren Sapp, I got them. We can beat them. They're not going to beat us again. Warren Sapp, like, they better not beat us. And then, so, that game, it was a lot of pressure because, remember, they beat us last year. And, now we got Gruden. So Brad Johnson throws a little slant, just a quick slant across the middle to Jojo Vicious. He just exploded for 71 yards. And that there, like, okay, that just showed up. That moment there was like, we got weapons. People are stepping up now, And also Jojo Vicious, and I'm not gonna go too much into this, but his son was born the day prior, and he was going through some stuff with that, and so he almost didn't play, but he got cleared to play. He wanted to play, and he came and he was just ready. I mean, Jojo Vicious was the third receiver on that team. You had Keyshawn or Keenan McCarter, whichever one or two, how you want to flip it. Then you got Jojo Vicious, and he was people just didn't give him a lot of credit. I mean, Jojo Vicious got his ring, and I was happy for him, and he went to the Giants, and and he made a good career for himself, but we had him, and we were just happy. That run, I felt like in the Eagle Stadium in the cold, all eyes was against us. Jojo Vicious made that one play, and that just opened the floodgates, and we just took off from there. And yeah, Jojo Vicious' big run. That was a huge play. That was a huge momentum shift during that game for for us, and it had to be demoralizing for the Eagles. Number 6, Devin White picks off Drew Brees. Now in this game here, Devin White had the game of his life. Now let me now, as I said in the last number with Jojo Vicious, the Saints was our rivals that season. I mean, division rival and just rival and all, because first game they beat us and they was talking, you know, the dude doing this to Brady in his face. So I already knew the Saints were gonna give us problems. It was also Drew Brees' last season. Jameis Winston is on another team, a division rival. So it was just so many factors going into this. And of course, we come in, we make the playoffs. We both do. We make it as a wild card. They make it as a divisional winner, so they get home field against us. And we just was all over Brees that day. I mean, we was all over Drew Brees that day. And before Devin White's interception, he threw one to Sean Murphy-Bunting, and that should have been a pick 6, but Murphy-Bunting got pushed out. They said 3, but it was a pick 6. I mean, he hit the pylon. But even after that, every time a receiver, because Drew Brees was throwing screen passes, you know, Kamara out the backfield, he'll throw a little quick crossing route for 3-4 yards, just check downs, you know. And we were just 2-3 defenders right there. It was Devin White, Shaq Barrett, or Carlton Davis and Sean Murphy-Bunting. It was just a combination of people just there that Drew Brees was not getting a lot of yards after catch. And, you know, Devin White already had a fumble recovery earlier in the game. And, you know, that was already a good game for him. But then we were up 23-20, and with 7 minutes left in the game, and Drew Brees just had to throw it to the wrong guy. He threw it across the middle to Devin White. Devin White did this nasty Marshawn Lynch stiff arm to number 12. Whoever he is, don't know him, don't care. It was just a vicious stiff arm. And it just sealed the game. And that let you know that Devin White, as you Saints fan call him Mr. White, we can call him Devin. He has arrived. And he is going to be for a long, long time. I mean, we just picked up his option. So Devin White is going to be, you know, that guy. He's going to be, I'm not saying going to be next Derrick Brooks or nothing, but he's going to be a defense player of the year in a couple of years. I mark my words on that. So, guys, what do you mean Ronnie Barber made history? What did he do? Ronnie Barber against the Carolina Panthers sacked Jake Delhomme. He also got an interception that game too, but what else is do? Ronnie Barber getting interceptions? What else does he do? Ronnie Barber, with that sack, was the first cornerback in NFL history to have 20 interceptions and 20 sacks in his career. The first ever corner to do that. Think of all the corners in the past that came before run day, and he was our Ronnie Barber. Made history. We all know he was an interception touchdown machine. I mean, he led the league in interceptions, you know, I think in 2001, I think. But this guy, and that just shows you his career. Then I think that sack it was a storybook, that sack. It just lets you know how much he's done in his entire career since he came to the league, you know, and how much he just worked and got better at what he did. And then how he became a guy who wasn't starting. He came in as a nickelback. Came in with that as a starter. He worked his way to the starting lineup, and then he became that leader. So you just watch his career in 3 different phases, as coming in learning, his prime, and then him as a mentor, as a leader. And it just goes to show you how blessed as a Bucs fan we were, and that's just NFL, that we had Ronnie Barber on our team, and to help us, and we got him a ring out of it too, which was most importantly. And why this man's not in the Hall of Fame yet, I don't know. But Ronnie Barber making history was a huge, big deal. Number 4, we're getting closer, guys. This is gonna be a very long video. So number 4, had to be the 2002 and the 2020 Super Bowl champions. And I added both of them because they're both so similar. The team we were playing against, they were both, one was a former MVP in Rich Gannon. Pat Mahomes was a former MVP. They both were top offenses in the league. They both had speed receivers. The Raiders had Jerry Porter. Chiefs obviously had Tyreek Hill. They didn't really rely that much on their running game. And as opposed to Tampa Bay, in 2002, we had John Gruden in his first year. And in 2020, we had Tom Brady in his first year. So you can make your comparisons to that. And, you know, of course, we beat the Raiders 48-21 thanks to Rich Gannon, 5 interceptions. And we beat the Chiefs 31-9 because of our defense. So our defense won championships. And it just made our dynasty, you know. So it was just both Super Bowl runs. It was all about our defense. So it's number 4. Defense do win championships. We proved that twice. All right, guys. Number 3, you guys already know what it was. Derrick Brooks wrapping up his Defensive Player of the Year Super Bowl run. 2002 was a magical year, not just for the team, but for players. And more specifically, Derrick Brooks. Derrick Brooks was a touchdown machine, and he had 3 pick sixes, and he had a fumble return for a touchdown. And then, you know, so he was already going to win Defensive Player of the Year. But here's the crazy thing. Derrick Brooks, he was averaging 43.5 yards on average for his interceptions. Now, of course, they're talking about of course, we play against Baltimore, and I think it was week 2, and he got a pick, like a 90-something yard interception return, so it really boosted it up. But a linebacker averaging 43 yards. He plays in the middle of the field, averaging 43.5 yards. That is crazy field position. But Derrick Brooks had 4 touchdowns, and then in the Super Bowl, he had, I mean, like you can't write this. You cannot write this any better than that. He had a touchdown, a pick six, just like he did in the regular season, and got him Defensive Player of the Year. I'm getting flustered. Hell, he got Defensive Player of the Year. He got a Super Bowl touchdown, an interception, and a touchdown Super Bowl, and he got a Super Bowl ring. Like, he could have retired after 2002, and his legacy would not have been touched. That is what's called a Hall of Fame season. Like, nobody can do it like that. Nobody has not done something like that. You know, like, it just hasn't. So Derrick Brooks making big history, and he had one of the greatest, I think the greatest Buccaneer season ever, even over Tom Brady coming in first year winning. So Derrick Brooks had the greatest season in Buccaneer history. Oh God, number 2. Oh my God, my favorite moment. This is my favorite moment, guys. Oh my God. Okay. Everybody knows that we're the last team in NFL history to return a kickoff for a touchdown. And you guys, if you're a Bucs fan, you know where I'm going at with this. Every time we play a game and we receive the ball, let's say we choose to receive, it'll have the graphic Buccaneers are the only team in NFL history to not return a kickoff for a touchdown, or Buccaneers has win 942 kickoff without a return, whatever. And honestly, it is depressing. It takes the mood away from when you watch the game. Cause like, well, damn, dude, you gotta bring that up now. Like, come on, man. You like, okay, we get it. You know, you gotta get all technical with it. You know what I mean? I guess Michael Spurlock got tired of that too, because I remember this game. I think I remember word for word, and I remember the Falcons. You can go to YouTube and watch it too. The Falcons, we were up 7-3 first quarter. The Falcons kicked it, and received by Michael Spurlock. And then I remember, could it be the great curse has been lifted? There goes Michael Spurlock. And for the first time, the Buccaneers returned to kick out for a touchdown, Santa Maria, whatever. And that was the 1,864th. Before then, we had 1,864 returns that were not a touchdown. And finally, Michael Spurlock, this undrafted guy out of nowhere, cut by Arizona, made a roster, the practice squad roster, and just came in just to fill in the roster. got itself in history books. I was so emotional watching that. I was like, thank you. I didn't care about that game. Win, lose, whatever. I did not care. I didn't care about the season after that. That was a highlight. We finally did it. You cannot say nothing about us no more. And we finally did it, and I was so blessed. Michael Spurlock always will be a Buccaneer. And he got cut, unfortunately, but I don't care. If he got re-signed by the Buccaneers again, but he's always going to be a Buccaneer. You should put him in the Buccaneers Ring of Honor. He deserved it. Number 1, you guys already know what it is. Rondé Barber shuts down Veterans Stadium. Oh, that was the greatest moment in Buccaneer history. Okay, so you guys already, I mentioned already how much the Eagles was our rivalry in the 2002-2003 season. And, of course, they beat us in regular season. They talked mad noise. You know, Derrick Brooks did tell them, y'all gonna see us again. They see us. And, of course, in that game, I remember the first kickoff, because the Eagles kicked it. We kicked it, Eagles received it, and Brian Mitchell ran it like 60, 70 yards. And I was like, oh, God, oh, Lord, don't do this to us now. So it was already Eagles. But then Jojo Vicious hit the big catch. But we up 2010. The game's technically kind of over with, you know what I mean? But now hikes the ball, 3:27 left, and they're like at the 20-ish. The Eagles about to score. But now hikes the ball, quick 3-step drop, throws it, and Mr. Jane Spot out on Rondé Barber picks it. 71. I forgot how long. I think it was 70-some yards, but it had to be 80-some yards. And he does it, picks it, takes it to the house. He does his patented, you know what? I don't know why he does that, McNabb was gonna catch him. I think the other receiver, Todd Pinkston, was gonna catch him. But here's the funny thing about that touchdown, and this is why people don't understand about that touchdown. So Veteran Stadium or Soldier Stadium, I don't know which one it is. That was the last game there. So Rondé Barber scored the last touchdown in another person's stadium. What? Rondé Barber, that's like Rondé Barber came in your house and told you to get out and you sleep in your bed. That's what Rondé Barber just did. He basically scored the last touchdown in that stadium. Imagine how long that stadium has been around. I think it's been around like the Joe Namath days and all that. And all the players that come in there, all the legends, all the Hall of Famers that come in there, and a defensive cornerback has scored the last touchdown. And the guys, and he rolled it to the Super Bowl, and we got a ring. And that, guys, are my top moments of Buccaneer history. I want to thank you guys so much. It has been a crazy, crazy journey. But thank you guys so much, and I got to get out of here. I'm tired.